I want you to look at this. It says they're coming to Singapore. If you have any idea where Singapore is, if you're geographically literate, which I hope that you are, you'll know where that is. The Addams Family opens 9 July. Okay, so that was what? How many days ago? 11 days ago? Now, why would you think that a country that predominantly doesn't speak English as their major language, they got their own language, I believe Singapore, we're really different from them. Let me just cut right to the chase, okay? They're not really affiliated with our lifestyle. They indoctrinate some American things because we've done that to everybody, but as a rule, they're their own people. Why would you take a stupid-ass, fucked-up show from the 60s and say that it's going to Singapore? The Addams Family. Remember I told you it's Addams Family. Because remember the Jews said that they're the children of Israel and Phoenician, what the Jews speak, because there is no Hebrew language, means that they're the children of Saturn. Right? That's what it means. And that's associated with Satan. I didn't make the assimilation. That's been done through the years. So that's why they're called the children of the devil. So the Addams Family, or Addams Family, you notice they're all in black except for the redheaded fat kid wearing the Masonic colors, who's the stepkid, I believe. Okay? And he's got a lizard with him. I don't know if that's your whole reptilian thing. I don't know nothing about none of that. Anyway, they're moving to Singapore. Now, why do you think anybody in Singapore would care about an antiquated, fucking shitty, stupid fucking comedy, which I didn't like, by the way, in the 60s when I was 5 years old? Yes, I'm an old man. But I'm not too old to see that somebody's trying to fuck me over. Okay? They're coming to Singapore. Addams Family. See, take the "the" out of it. It tells you the whole story. Here's Addams Family. They're all dressed in black. You got the little fat redheaded kid, which represents the European Masonic affiliation. And then you got the fucking big doofy guy in the back, whose name is Lurch, which is the Golem, which is what we are, because I'm only partial Jewish, which is what we are, because we're not human, remember? By birth, we're not human. They took that away. So we're not human, because the Jews like to play both sides. I'm not anti-Jewish. I'm just telling you the way they wrote the law. On one hand, they say, by their own words, that they created us. So that makes them the Elohim in the Bible. In the beginning, God created the Elohim, and the Elohim created man. So they created us. Well, if we're golems, the big, tall, doofy guy in the back, that were created to serve man, right? Which is the Jews, then they're the ones that screwed up in the garden story. They broke everything. Okay, so it's Addams Family. The word "the" is just to throw you off. So it's Addams Family is moving to Singapore. And why do you think that is? You saw my last video. Something's going on. Something is going on where there's going to be some kind of major thing, and this is all affiliated. But maybe Disney's Pixar can describe it best in their movie. Disney's Code 9. The Destruction Code 9. Disney's official channel. And you notice it looks like pieces of glass or shards of ice, whatever. Code 9. How interesting. So we got the red and the blue off each other. They're offsetting each other. See, they're doing this right in front of your face. This is why I said many times, look, the Bible is the handbook to this reality. Whether you like it or not, whether puts a bad taste in your mouth, reading about this guy called Jesus or whatever, I'm sorry if it makes you feel uncomfortable. Maybe there's a reason why you feel uncomfortable about it. But the bottom line is, that book, no matter how many people have got their hands involved in it, is the only textbook we have written in recent history within the last 500 years that gives us any clue to anything. Because everything else has been stored away and or destroyed. If you notice, every time these guys invade a country, they kill off everybody that has any ancient knowledge. I guarantee you, when they went into Afghanistan, that's the first thing they did. When they came to the United States, they killed off the American Indians. See, you don't understand, the original rain dance is not about bringing water and growing crops. It's about the light that we're cut off from. And light is knowledge. There's a whole bunch of things that's affiliated with the light. Mostly people assimilate the light with Lucifer, which that is not what I'm implying here. I'm telling you, we're cut off. Okay? We're cut off from the rest of creation. And so that whole story is told you in the Bible, but in a way that you can't understand. Okay, and so they don't want people waking up to the fact that, hey, you guys not only screwed us then, you're still screwing us. When Jesus clearly told the Pharisees and the Sadducees, not only do you not want to get out of here, you won't let anybody else get out of here. Because see, he knew the story. He knew the story, even if he's just a character in a story, which is what a lot of people like to claim that he is. I don't think that that's the case. You know? If there was a superhero, it's that guy. It ain't some guy running around in blue and red with a big fucking upside down pyramid on his chest with an S in it. If this thing is a machine that we're in, or it's a machine, somebody came down and whooped that ass and then left because it said he ascended back to where he came from. So obviously we're the guys down in the pit. So there's something wrong here. And they like to keep you in the pit by not telling you all the rules to the game and not informing you of all the things that have really gone on and things that are going to go on. But they've been speaking with the same symbols for thousands of years. I think every time man gets close to figuring his shit out, there's a big cataclysm and the stupidity starts over with the Dark Ages, and stories are made up about religions around scientific things, and some knowledge is retained, and if this goes around enough times and you save enough knowledge, you pretty soon you can start narrowing shit down. And if enough people save enough knowledge, every time this happens, pretty soon you start getting a playbook. But see, that playbook isn't being shared with the general public. I'm not really even sure that they would care if it was handed to them. Because the average person don't give fuck all about nothing. So just so you know, it's the Addams family is going to Singapore. And I'm going to tell you something. I got a buddy that's in a country that's real close over in that general area, and he told me that the mass slaughter that they did, they got rid of all the teachers and anybody who had any brains. He said they've got billboards up all over saying it's coming and blah, 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 and the red, yellow, blue, green. They got all that stuff. So whatever the deal is, there's something going on that we're not being shown over here. And they're all going to go over there while we're over here fucking fist fighting it out with whatever it's coming down the pipeline. I don't know. I don't see a good outcome out of this, but maybe that's just me. So the Addams family, it's not the Addams family, it's fucking Addams family. Go watch any comedy these days. They all have innuendos about end time, or it's not the end, it's N times. Let me explain it to you quick. N as an N, the number N. N times. What is N times? Go look what N times is. It's called cubed algebra. Okay? Here now we're back to this fractal crap. So the Addams family is moving to Singapore. In other words, they're getting out of where they're at so that all the shit can go down. And they're moving to a place where everybody's been dumbed down so that they can start this whole bullshit again about how they're the chosen people.